make it bad. It doesn't mean that optimistic because I've met almost every pastor, I've met almost every church, and people who are excited about this are more than those who are opposing it.
Okay.
The fact that somebody writes an article or comes on air to say bad things about the cathedral doesn't make it bad. It doesn't mean that the whole nation is divided. I can say on authority that the nation is not divided. A clear example is the offer of the chief imam to even give us 50,000 Ghana cedis. It means that the nation is not divided. The fact that the Jewish community can bring us something, 1 million Ghana cedis to push the building of the National Cathedral means that internationally we've gained recognition. The mere fact that the Indian community, which of course is a Buddhist community, will come and give us money to support the National Cathedral is an indication that this particular venture is not a bad one. In these times, I know the times are difficult, but times have never been easy in Ghana. I quite remember when they were building the arts center.
Every crane kokuma say a wiki be accident is see many pabe 10 years. Ya between any double road, and the light yabo bosom, any idea. I then say scan young friend near your road. Oh, I saw one I won't be a National Cathedral, and be bramemio, or fool, be bramemen, or when you scan it be. A bit for fine jam won't you be. Hey, no crapa. A two back won't be befu. Oh, back up, won't be befu. Because sabe. And summer make cano, Nimudia wom, Yansan wom, yellow coin, just said your light system, and then your my echoso. Yes, yiska, young friend Kosi, I
spent 202 million Ghana cedis.
Now, about level bank, and doing.
And Patron for dining check chacha.
Fair was in a heaven. Fair was
Monfa grounds on Chileno.
It's a great opportunity to come your way again one more time. Viewers, it is Kingdom Updates today because it's a Monday. Today we are talking about the National Cathedral of Ghana. So if you are with us, please do your best, share this program, subscribe to our channel if it's your first time coming our way today, and let us make this happen. But more importantly, please try your best, share your opinion on this. Because my question for you today is that if you've been following the story about what is happening in Ghana concerning the National Cathedral, the problem we are having is it's beginning to look to me as if the believers, the Christians, are rather more against the National Cathedral than the unbelievers or the other religious groups. Listen to these great people and they are going to help you to understand what I'm talking about. But remember one thing, everything in mind. Bible says that a house divided amongst itself shall not stand. Kingdom Updates. So we will first listen to one of the people, which is Kum Chacha and Captain Smart, a journalist who himself, you can see him in the photo of the first page, this picture, carrying a bag of cement. Have you seen that, gentleman? Captain Smart is carrying a bag of cement to go and contribute to the cathedral. But that was the time when he was in love with the rulers of the nation at the moment. Now things are not really good. So as we speak, Captain Smart is behaving as if he's a different person. Let's listen to a show that Captain Smart is sharing and listen to what other people, other pastors, somebody like Kumchacha, very popular prophet Kumchacha, is saying, and how people are passionately supporting this. And look at how Captain Smart chips in his opinions. It will let you know where he stands at the moment. God bless you.
Captain, every crane kokuma say a week be accident is see many paba ye 10 ewu. Ya kwen ye betu me any double road. And the light ya bosso. Any idea. Adena says scan young fine ye road. Oh, I saw for na won't be a new national cathedral and be bramemio. Oh, fu be bramemen. Oh, when you scan bidi. A bit fine cham won't ye bidi. Hey, no crapa. A tobacca won't be befu. Oh, back up won't be befu. Because sabe. And summer make no nimudia wom nyansam wom hwe yellow le kwan hwe said ye light system any near my ekoso yes see.
Kumchacha is the prophet that is speaking right now. As you can see him here talking, he's saying that in his opinion, Ghana should rather spend the money they are using to build the cathedral to rather construct roads and to do other things, because he will never spend a cent into the development or the building of this national cathedral, which is more Christian a monument.
They say I spent 202 million Ghana cedis.
No, about level bang.
Okay, so a photo of the building is going to be uploaded for you to see, but he said that they've spent, as of now, 202 million Ghana cedis in the building of this national cathedral.
They're going
to show the grounds. So this is the grounds for the national cathedral.
When I do say no, who is me? So now kind. Men on it here, when I can. When I say I do say
national cathedral.
They be scan boy.
I say you raise pillars of here. Who the one who you
share? Patron, many attends so. Madam Roma, what's this scan? I say
pillars na you raise the share. Who want the
and that's counting. And as this castle the room
say I will calculate 202 million Ghana cedis.
202 million.
Say 147 million ko. And 25 million Ghana cedis so ko. What the source one 170. And a Yama Ajayan so 32 million. To the source I spending 202 million Ghana cedis.
Wait, the end is one of where BBS. Captain where BBS.
What's the what it is kind of?
I'm from Comuna.
When I found out calculator.
When is your
phone is not there,
because on your can you be called funny
202 new year 2.2 trillion.
Wait.
Captain says,
wait, and then Casacorano, a baby free, no. Nan Crawford see one down by 4. Now be a sit down by 5. Now be a Tomuka by 4 and 5. That's a media on Captain. Where say no make me say, me dream one mentias you.
Okay, viewers, so Kumchacha's problem is that the people that have been assigned to this project, most of them are likely to mismanage funds and direct funds into their personal interest. This is what Kumchacha is trying to say. And therefore he thinks as a prophet, he will not spend even a dime, a second, I mean, some call it shekel or a cent on the building of the national cathedral.
Me dream one, so for be me say, or walk say national cathedral mu or begia you mu canteen no. Na point in yama. Wamen do na men
so penny opoku ina ka ho. Charles Pamabaka wo ho. Wo na wo ho hwe. Wo na wo ho no.
Ghana ha, Captain Mamen Kasa me cho. Asofu one penny for no, e bi kura ye criminal se chenkwada no. No kura na me catch no. I tell you the truth. We the asofu one kwada ni program. So akwa asole bi e wo de yes one man church. Sa na wo frɛ yen. Ba asole bi e wo wi ase bi anya 10 man church. Asole bi anya 20 man church. Asole bi e 1 man church. So I call one man churches na. Yeah, the any one man church and say, Obeton su, Obeton oil. Now what ton aton so I say.
So at the moment, this guy, all he's talking about is the fact that the churches of those that are not too old in the system, they sell oil, they sell other items, but the olden churches and some of the other elite churches, they sell books, so he thinks they are all corrupt.
Watch the book. Now what on? Ya call lunch bebra book bako.
Chata!
Masa. Yes, you know be a mammy bow. Or no watch the book. Now will be it as soft 1 penny for no. I want young penny for no. Missing most of them, most a criminal quadano. When I'm a catcher. You get it?
So Kum Chacha believes that most of the big pastors, the senior men of God involved in this project are criminals. Okay. Wow. There's a comment here on Facebook from AJ Combined. It says they are just talking because he is not the one building the project. I think you have a point here, AJ Combined. You are perfectly right. It's because perhaps he is not directly connected to what is happening, so he doesn't see anything useful in this project. But we are going to be listening to one of the great men of God that has been with it, also a prophet. Okay, but before we get to him, let's listen a bit more to Kum Chacha and Captain Smart, and let us get to understand where they're coming from really well. Please do well to share this program. We are live on Facebook and we are live on YouTube.
Why were you criminals? That's a media national cathedral na mebo. Media also Kum Chacha me say 1 city. Me 2 city. Enko wuram. Ma konsa one prison. Akoya asole ho bebreda. Me de ba to tone am akọ. You get it? Ehiafo a eni bi ya de ba boa won. Lole kwan aban fa sikenye. You get it? Yam fa siken ko wurawura sa ne yama we nyina mo. That's not the be cathedral. Yabe ye nyina nyame adom meti we sabe matu kwan akọ abrochile nkuro be 10 countries. Adi Ghana for the BT Kum Chacha and so on Brofo. Brofo so need chop money. What say? Brofo need chop money. You get it? In your school fees. You get it? So kwa brochira on kwan ba to me bomb by 5. A bomb by 6 7 na kwa. Fata kura de kwan on shade. Kwa o free takura de na se wo ba kra. Na bedu ba bi ti se mekan se really ba. Everyone no really bad junction na ba bedu kaswa. Wo betumi ye dimu 3 hours. Wo betumi ye dimu 3 hours. All the one kuta convoy. Na police motor di on wanim. Wo do wa na.
So you see, all that this guy is talking about, he's insisting on the corruption in the country. And the fact that the men of God that are in charge or connected or associated to this National Cathedral project, he feels those men of God are not people that could be trusted, because he has been selling oil in his church and he's considered corrupt. So if other people also write books in their churches and they sell them, he considered both of them to be on the same page. But his major focus is that he will not spend a cent for this project. And then you listen to him, and at the end of his presentation, Kum Chacha makes a statement that he will be a monkey to spend even a cent on the National Cathedral. A Christian speaking like this about a monument that we will have to look at why we also think what we think. Listen to this.
Na sika no mapanyi se finance ministry release no.
Wakasam National Cathedral ne ma e ba ho no wunya hu ye. Wouldn't say at the Garden of Eden ba ho.
Okay.
Ebe den ho.
African biblical gardens.
National Cathedral ne pa na den pa na ye kwaye ho. Ye kwaya sorry. Na dabi o. Na
ye betimi aba ye be swear in president wo ho.
Captain mo say ye kwaya sorry na de ye no. Wada wo ma football ne ye. Asole na bi ne ye.
Mo hia ne
dabi o enyam paibo. Oman ne chichele no edu ba bi amane ka asem nkyerɛ. Ade a ma wo man ne nkɔ nanim no ye koro no. Onche ni ani bre ani ba akofo sɔle a no de ne nan ne ne nsa de nefu.
Okay, I think Kumchacha is confused. His emphasis has always been on corruption. And he's saying that they are going to build the cathedral. And as a prophet, he doesn't even know what they will do in a cathedral. Okay, so he believes that the cathedral should not be built. But the same person, he believes and understands that the problem of the nation is corruption. So I don't see why he's trying to bring corruption into the building of the National Cathedral. In as much as we are all talking about this in this way, discussing it, nobody really knows where the project really is, how monies are being spent and all that, yes? So if he was talking about the people that are into the building, it would have been a different case rather than to talk about the thing, not wanting it to be done. AJ Combine said he doesn't have understanding of the project Z. That's what I'm agreeing with you, Pastor AJ. I believe Kumchacha is confused. His emphasis is on the corruption of the nation. And he just said it clearly that one person will loot money and one person will try to take advantage. It's all about that. It's not about how inappropriate or useless the cathedral could be to the nation. So I feel Kumchacha is a confused person here. But I'm really surprised about how Captain Smart is sitting there watching this happen and then playing along, trying to guide the guy to say even things that maybe the guy would regret he ever spoke about. And we are looking at two Christians. And like I showed you, Captain Smart was somebody that carried a bag of cement to contribute to the building of the National Cathedral. What changed? It's still the same project. We've not even changed government for you to say, when this president was there, I used to like it, but now I don't like it. Why the double standards? Viewers, we need to think about something. Look, I'm going to chip in a very, very terrible statement, but I believe that this is the truth, and I have to say it without any remorse. I've listened to many presentations from Nigerians, and it looks like Nigeria is now going through a lot. The Christians in there are suffering. Because other videos, I just saw a video a few minutes before we started this program, and it's like they are trying to really make sure they Islamize the nation Nigeria. Okay, so this is an agenda to try to Islamize Nigeria. So if you live in another country where you are trying to get monuments, you're trying to get institutions, establishment built together to project the God you worship, I think as a Christian, it may be too bad for you to, as a Christian, work against things like this. But I believe that it is because of lack of knowledge. Evangelist Asari says, hey, man of God. Yes, these are men of God that have congregations following them. But it looks like they don't understand what could happen. That's the type of change that can happen to a nation within a twinkle of an eye, and everything will be bad. Christians have been promised that we're going to go through perilous times. So we know and we expect that something very bad may happen sometime along the line. So if we are going to be the people contributing to it, then I'm really surprised. A house divided among itself shall not stand. Kumchacha, please, wherever you find yourself, try and think about these things. And every other Christian watching or listening to me now or later, please, if there is anything you can do, it is to push for things that are Christian to be more established and to gain more foundation. We will listen to this shortly, but we're going to cut it off to somewhere else, and then we will skip straight into what another man of God that is with the committee is saying, and you will get knowledge about what this thing is all about. Listen to the end and you will get a good understanding, and you might understand me. If you disagree, please share your comments and let us go on together. God bless you. Now let's listen to Kumchacha from here.
But this of what 30-something years, Professor Mate, me catch us away in Yachum. Tamana Mahama, Etia Kunyaso, Dumso Bagan, Dumson in Yama Dolani and Yabaye, Miss of Kumchacha Mekaye. aka se dum so kora affect companies affect your collection affect collection yeah masa mama come and don't mind me and ya some kan ama your collection ma ama dum so ama professor ama temu nyina be ka bi and na petrol 1 gallon and then I can say 50 cedis and a dollar shababi and professor ama temu kan sama was a first and the no to me kasa and wo media so any idea ba say the was no I and a text message when message ayenya chom na yo sa
be wo nya digital
when you be and no when you video what's a first and when you be international say the won kasa and you do time when you be ni no or kasa assistant professor mate and one my suffer back on your friend ayensu no obo ase wo baby won nyina no wan kasa yeah won nyina no wan kasa sa so fo mpanifo ni nyina no wan fa won nyina ye nya atwom won ye hypocrites
wo say
hypocrites won ye nya atwomfo
kasa hypocrites
yeah mrai
so I don't know
if you don't get it
So Chacha has a problem with the fact that some men of God are not talking against this president.
And then someone kasa sa na niama enko na namonka ekoyi ake ade bia nanado de baba ye papa bia monka ya nyanska na ye wa ma wo yire jaw nyame wo de fa me no be wudi matam me say me na say when be captain another 51 28 05 aja me da say say ya dan ye ho ema biem video what's the first no wo nya bidi international say ye won kasa wo nyina ye nya atwom wo ye hypocrites
wo say
hypocrites wo ye nya atwomfo
kasa
hypocrites yeah mrai
so I don't know
So you see, when Captain Smart is sitting there shepherding this guy, guiding him to say more terrible things against things that will be helpful, I feel a bit disappointed in Captain Smart being a very staunch member of the Pentecost Church of Ghana. I'm not sure whether he's still a Christian or whether he's still a member of the Pentecost Church, but I believe this is a concern that Captain should be careful about. But before we move ahead, we will be looking at another message coming from another man of God that is going to blow your mind concerning this in the same National Cathedral.
The art center that is close to the National Theatre.
15 years ago,
mean that the whole nation is divided. I can say on authority that the nation is not divided. A clear example is the offer of the chief imam to even give us 50,000 Ghana cedis. It means that the nation is not divided. The fact that the Jewish community can bring us something, 1 million Ghana cedis to push the building of the National Cathedral means that internationally we've gained recognition. The mere fact that the Indian community, which of course is a Buddhist community, will come and give us money to support the National Cathedral is an indication that this particular venture is not a bad one. In these times, I know the times are difficult, but times have never been easy in Ghana. I quite remember when they were building the arts center, the art center that is close to the National Theatre. A lot of people fought against it. I'm here. I've never been there, but we built it with the national money, and yet there were people that were sitting under trees. We built the International Conference Center whilst poverty was still in here. We're still paying our national coaches 40, 50, 60,000, 100,000 a month, and we are still having people under trees learning. We still fly millions of dollars to our national team, and still people are still learning on the trees. And so wherever you go, there are challenges, but you try to implement things that will try to reduce the challenges that you have. And I think that the building of the National Cathedral is one of the best ideas that His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo preempted and started. It's not just a place of worship, as people think. It's a church. You remember when His Excellency, former President Rawlings died. Look at where he was laid in state, at the State House, open air. If there was rain, what will have happened? Because we don't have any facility in Ghana that can take up to more than 1,400. The only facility is the International Conference Center. When our presidents are swearing in at the Independence Square, open air, you can imagine if there is rain or how hot the sun has been, how uncomfortable it is. Look at the whole problem of Asumdue Park. Because we don't have a place to bury presidents, and the National Cathedral is going to take on all these. So it means that it's not just a national cathedral for churches to just come and gather. Yes, number one, it is to say thank you to the Lord for preserving us from all the civil wars that have gone on with all the countries around us, except Ghana. Even with the COVID, for how good the Lord has been to us. If we are building a cathedral to say thank you to the Lord, I don't think that would have been wrong. But the interesting thing is that the original plan was to build a national cathedral to say thank you. But by virtue of the kind of materials the president put on the table, people like Apostle Poku Nyina, who is our chairman, Archbishop Palmer Bakal, Archbishop Duncan Williams, Bishop Dakib Hayward Mills, Professor Frimpong Manson, Archbishop Akrofi, Right Reverend Awotwe Pratt. All these people are accomplished leaders from all different kinds of denominations. And so for the first time, we've had people come together. And remember that Christians are over 70% of our national population. And so for the first time, we've had every single denomination coming on board for us to build this national cathedral. And so it is not just another church building. It is a monument that's about to be built. And CNN has reported that if we are able to build this national cathedral, it will be one of the most iconic cathedrals in the whole wide world. And so this is not money being wasted. If you look at the cost benefit analysis as we go on, it will amaze you what this venture is going to bring for the nation Ghana. It's a game changer for the.
Yeah, viewers. So from what this man is talking about, he's part of the committee members in charge of this project. And I believe that they have, besides the religious or the spiritual connotation this project has, okay, I believe they've also got more some business intentions behind this whole project. If you listen to all that he's talking about, they are looking into tourism. They are looking into other ways of utilizing the same project. So why is it a problem? I think recently they have built a very massive mosque in Ghana and no one complained. It's still good. But the interesting thing is, almost all the people that I have heard complain are Christians. Interesting. They are Christians. So why do they have, such a problem? My take on this will come at the end of listening to this man who's an insider. It's better to listen to the main people, and then I'll give you my thoughts, because he has almost said part of what I wanted to say. But listen to him.
Tourism industry.
Okay. So that means that we are almost positioning this, apart from a thank you to God. It's a place for Christians to meet. It's a place for national gatherings, like
national funeral.
National funeral. Then it's also a place of tourism. I'm guessing like the Vatican, as we're kind of projecting that it will be something like how people travel to Italy to see.
No, they're not them.
Yeah. Okay.
Paris.
Or that one. Okay. Do you think that? Well, I'm sure that you would, but if you look at it from the other points, and this is the argument from other people, is that there's so many other things that we could use the money for. So many other things.
There are so many other things we can use monies for football for. But as a football-loving nation, we channel those monies.
Maybe not as much.
Do you want me to tell you how much it costs and how much the government has given to us? Go and check the budget of the Ministry of Sports alone. Muslims are our friends. We've lived in peace all these years, and for the past 30 years, the government, although there are challenges, have been able to support Muslims for 30 consecutive years to go to the Hajj. Are there no problems? That is why we are able to manage ourselves to send Muslims to the Hajj to come. There are always problems, and there is problem everywhere. But interestingly, this is not something that we are just throwing monies on, but it is something, as we talk, there are over 600 workers on site. By the first week of January, we are going to have 1,500 workers, and 95% of them will be Ghanaians. And so you consider the source of employment before and after the building of the cathedral. We are not just building a cathedral. Yes, there are, if multimedia wants to have a program that will attract over like 5,000 people, there are no places. This is the first time the nation is having a place like this where you can hire. There are other places to rent.
So it will be open for rent?
Sure.
Okay.
It is an income generational facility.
Project.
It is not just a cathedral that you just come and admire. And for what we are doing, it will be mind-blowing. For CNN to say it will be one of the most iconic cathedrals. We are not just building a cathedral. We are also building a Bible museum. A lot of people don't even know that Jesus Christ was secured because of Africa. He would have been killed if not for Africa. Even here in Ghana, a lot of people don't know the businessman.
You say he would have been killed. He was killed.
He would have been killed before he died.
Okay.
And so, if you look at even Ghana, a lot of people don't know the businessman who came to colonize us and the missionary who came to empower us. My sister, I don't know where you went to school.
Rusty Girls.
I can imagine. It's a
mission
school. Holy Child.
Yeah.
The church built it. If you look at Prempeh College, Adisada College, St. Mary's, St. Augustine's, Prempeh College, every first-class school was built by the Christian fraternity. So in event, if you look at the contribution of Christians to our society, even look at the number of people, the churches, right from the mainstream church to the individual churches below. If we are not employing more than the private sector may be just a few thousands over us. Because if you look at the people, the Church of Pentecost alone employs, the people that the Catholics employ, the people from clergy to drivers to janitors to administrators and all that. The Christian fraternity is the biggest constituency in this nation. And we are also, if we are the biggest constituency, it means that we pay the biggest taxes. And so if even the government was solely building this for the Christian fraternity, for the good things that they have done in this nation. Look at our healthcare system. If not for recently, Christian healthcare systems were the best in this nation. And so Christianity has had so much impact. And although we are 70%, we thank God for the lives of our Muslim brothers and sisters, for the whole chief imam to support us. But you and I know that if monies are being channeled to Zongo Development Funds, it's going to empower Muslims, it's going to empower a lot of people. And so we should not just be short-sighted thinking about how much is going to be put into this. We should rather do the cost-benefit analysis. Now, besides the cathedral, we are building the world's biggest Bible museum in terms of space and content. The biggest Bible museum in the world, which sees millions of people visiting it in Washington, D.C. I've been there a couple of times. The president who built it when he heard Ghana was on this agenda, has now joined us and left Washington. And so we are not just going to build the biggest Bible museum, we are going to build the biggest and the most sophisticated Bible museum in the whole wide world. And not just that. We are building what we call the biblical gardens, where every fruit, you've heard of the sycamore tree, you've heard of the olive trees and all that.
Cedar of Lebanon,
Cedar-
pomegranate.
Thank you. Every single thing will be planted in the Garden of Eden, in the biblical gardens. And then we are in consultation with the Jewish community. We are breaking up.
All right, viewers. So like you can see, we have our brother Aqua online. He's going to share some lights into this program. So brother Aqua, please, you are welcome into the program. Please, can you unmute your mic?
Unmute. Is that okay?
Yes, please. It's good. All right, viewers.
Are you?
So like you can see, we have our brother Aqua online. He's going to share. I think your radio is on.
Okay. Let me pause it and then.
To the program. Please, can you unmute your mic? Yes, I think it's better now.
Is it okay now? Yeah.
Yeah. So, this bishop has said a few things about what they are doing, the main intentions of the National Cathedral. I think this issue is something that is really important. And I believe you are a believer and you are listening to us right now. You may be having some thoughts. So our brother is going to throw a bit more light into what angle he sees this whole thing and then what he reckons he has to put into it. Brother Aqua, please, you are welcome.
All right, thank you. First of all, let me greet your listeners and thank you for the very good work that you are doing, especially when it comes to Christianity. And also thank you for the mattresses. I think it's one of the best mattresses so far. I haven't been able to call you. We'll talk about that later. Thank you so wonderful. Much for that. Yeah. Anyway, my point of view from this is I'll first of all read the scripture and then I will put my point there. In Isaiah chapter 66, verse 1. Thus says the Lord, heaven is my throne, and the earth is my footstool. What is the house that you will build for me? And what is the place of my rest? And when you go to Acts, it talks about God does not live in building made by human beings. That is the point there. But what I'm looking at here, as the brother is explaining it, it's not something that they are going to build just for God.
Yeah.
It's something that they are going to build for the benefit of the nation.
Exactly.
Now, when you look at it, you see that he's talking about tourism, which will attract a lot of people. So as Christians, we shouldn't even look at it as a place of our worship now, because if you look at what he's saying, it's not going to be a place just for Christians. It's a place that is going to benefit everyone in the nation. We look at tourism, and he was also talking about employment. And these are the areas that we have to, work hard towards as a nation, as Ghana. And so people who are talking against the cathedral, one, I think they need more insight into it. They need to understand why it's being built. You know, there was a time Christ, a lady was using a perfume on Christ. And Judas was saying, why shouldn't we sell this perfume to help the needy? And Christ said, there will be always needy people in this world, you know? So there will be always people sitting under trees. It doesn't matter what. There will be always people sitting in broken heart. That thing will be there. This, I think, for the sake of employment and for the sake of tourism. You know, I'll give you one example. When you go to Saudi, or if you go to Italy, Dubai, these areas that attract tourism, it gives them more money. Those are our Muslim brothers who go to Saudi Arabia and all that. When they go there, beside religion, they buy, they sell, they rent. All these things brings income into the nation. And to me, how I'm looking at it, I think that's where the government is even looking at. It's not looking at you going there to pray. Otherwise, you have so many places to pray. Yes. But he's looking at the revenue that will come into the nation, like the money that will come into it. So my point is, I don't I support it coming, but I'm not looking at it as a place of worship. Yeah, I'm looking at a place of how should I say, a place of maybe that will contribute to the nation in employment wise. In that will bring revenue into the nation. So that's my contribution. Thank you so much for.
And I think, my brother, you are spot on that, because who is going to be there every Sunday anyway? Who would they give that right to? Yeah. But I see that somebody made a comment. Pastor AJ said it's because Kumchacha is not part of the committee that is handling the project. So a bit of jealousy is kind of in here. And the other thing too is that people don't understand even the importance of an edifice being put together in the name of the religion you believe in. Because, man of God, there are some videos that if I send them to you that I gathered what is happening in Nigeria, you would rather wish the president would stand up for things that would be very, very upfront like this in favor of Christianity. Because the video of the video that I got, they are talking about the fact that it is their president, their brother, that is a president now in Nigeria. So they are taking their land. It doesn't matter who lives where. And they are not taking it by any means. They are taking off people's, you know what I mean? I don't want to use the word. The people are losing their heads, practically losing their heads, and other people are happy because they think the president on now supports them. So if your president will support something like this, which will give you peace of mind, and you the Christians yourselves will gather. And Captain Smart, I saw you carrying cement. Is it because now you are having a lot of issues, which everyone knows that now you have problem with the president now? So is it because of your personal issues that you are pushing against this and you are trying to make something that is not political become a political thing? Look, the National Cathedral, my brother, I believe and I can perceive is struggling with all sort of opinions just because people are making it a political project. That's it. And my last thing I wanted to say was also this, as you are here, I don't know if you agree or you help me to wrap up the program. You said we will always have people living under trees.
Yeah.
Ghana, we carry money in bags to go and pay footballers. Okay, after playing for 90 minutes, we give them millions of dollars. And other children don't even have pen to write in schools. And that is okay. I remember when this president said he was going to do free education in Ghana. I have a lot of friends who said to me, oh no, they don't have to. I said, look, whether they do it or they don't do it, the politician will still steal the money. And the only means for you to keep your money in your pocket and to also enjoy what belongs to the nation is that you allow them to do this and you stop paying the school fees. Because if you don't let them do it, the money will not be sitting there for you.
Yeah, you cannot get it. Yeah.
And look, even if they stop building this cathedral, they are not going to construct good roads. That is not a guarantee. They can listen to all that you people are saying on YouTube and Facebook and insulting them. They can say, yes, now we agree with you, citizens. No more National Cathedral. Even the land that we were building on, we have stopped. And go and see if that land will be given to you. It will still be sold and the money will be squandered. So if you are going to see something built with your money, with your eyes, and one day you may attend a program there, it is better to let the cat cook with the meat in the house than to store it in the house, because if you keep it, the cat alone will finish it. I don't know why Ghanaians are doing this. Look, if there will be anybody that will stand against this as a national cathedral, which is more by the name, means it's more Christian. The chief imam, who is a Muslim in Ghana, has contributed money to the project. They just built a national mosque. No one complained. You didn't even hear it, maybe. The Buddhists have contributed money because they think it is a religious activity. They want it to go on. But rather, the Christians. So who is working against who? When Bible tells us the house divided among itself shall not stand. So, bro, what is the problem of Christianity? Who is the problem? Is it the world or the Christians themselves?
You know, like what I'll say is the understanding of the whole
Concept.
cathedral. That's the main thing. I think they need public education. They need to explain it properly to people, because once they hear cathedral, they are thinking of a house, a church, something. But if you listen to the guy very well, you see that he goes beyond church, far beyond that.
Yeah.
See, there are so many things that will come in. The employment that has started already. The employment that will be in as the building is going on. And then after, that alone will take a lot of people. So for me, I think we should take our mind off about this cathedral thing, or it's going to serve also as a museum.
Yeah.
If you listen to him. So this is museum. Yeah, and he said something about how president and other people will be buried. So it's going to be, if you look at the picture, it's such a big picture. That's how I see it. So it's not something that is going to be like a mere place to worship. No. Otherwise, we have so many places to worship.
Yeah.
But this is going beyond that. But the good thing is, we are bringing God into this.
Yeah.
Even though it's going to benefit us, we are saying to God, oh, this is a building that we've dedicated to you. We know that God is not going to live in there. It's for us anyway. But just saying thank you to the Lord that we have the land, we have peace in our country. That's right. So, as I said, there will be always poor people. It doesn't matter what. Yeah. We live in Australia, and you know, the government here have Centrelink for people, and still we still have homeless people.
Oh yes.
You know, so it doesn't matter what the government will do. We still have that problem. It doesn't matter what.
Yeah.
If we have to do it, we have to do it so that some people who are serious and want to work will also be busy working. You know, all this money that is going to channel into it, if they stop today, we're not going to get it, as you said. And so
that's right.
Why not allowing them to do it?
Yeah.
You know, so I don't know why people are talking against it, but I think they should leave them to do it. And you know what? No matter what we say, they will do it anyway.
Oh, it's already done. They've started the project, and it's going on.
Nothing stops it. So.
But I have a particular problem. I'm going to have a program done, and then I'm going to be getting, maybe you can join me as well. We want to find out the new position or the new role the journalists in Ghana have taken. They are more than the presidents, because now they don't present news any longer. They propose the news. I don't know if you've monitored that. The journalism in Australia is you jump on the news and all you hear is that 2 men have been gunned down at this place. The president of Australia, the prime minister of Australia visited this place. Whether the place was good or bad or this, that is not their problem. Theirs is to present what has happened to you. But Ghanaian journalists these days will tell you, why would you go and come on? I don't seem to get it. I'm not saying they should not share their opinions. In Australia, they share opinions. They have different programs where they discuss, but they don't impose, insult, and make it and try to also incite people negatively. Pastor AJ says, always remember that Christians don't support any Christians' activities. That's right. Pastor AJ, that's right. That's perfectly right. If Christians supported anything Christians, the biggest YouTube channel would never have been a social person. Because all the people watching them, subscribing to their channels, following them, encouraging them, they also go to church. But they skip their own church pastors preaching to go and like a social event where rapes go on there, other terrible things go on. That's right, Pastor AJ. I agree with you too. So my brother, we will have a program and discuss the phases or the new phase of journalism in Africa. Or maybe let's leave it to Ghana.
Ghana. Yeah, in Ghana to be specific, because you know what? I think the training is also a problem there. If you look at people like Captain Smart, Okateche Free Fire, and all those people, I think they have problem with the government because of their personal issues.
Yeah.
Yes. And you see what the government is doing, they have no clue. But it's unfortunate they have followers that listen to them.
Yeah.
So there is a problem there. There's a very big problem how to handle these people, and they've taken over the media as well. So yeah,
it's difficult.
I understand how you, especially when they are presenting stuff and the insult. The insult is too much. It's too much. You can present the same.
That's what people enjoy.
I think Ghanaians like it. They like it when people insult, because you can see when you see a video when people are insulting, you see the number of views, and you can see if you're saying something good and in a well-mannered way, they will not follow you. So
that's true.
It's I think Ghanaians love insult. That's why. Anyway, as he said, anytime that you having that program, I'll do my best to join. But thank you so much for highlighting on this, and I think it must go on because of the benefit that we see.
That's right.
And some of the benefits, as you said, tourism, employment, is going to help the country have extra income.
That's right.
I heard this guy was talking about this guy, Kennedy Japan, was talking about how tourism has given Ghana money in the past 4 years, and so we should also look into it rather than destroying our land and water bodies and stuff like that. That's right. Thank you so much.
God bless you too so much. So viewers, that was Brother Aqua. Please, brother, do you want to tell people about your channel and what you do so that people might want to also come there sometimes and enjoy what you are doing?
Okay, thank you so much for giving me the platform. My channel is Akan Apologetics on Facebook, and I also have another platform, Anti Justice Aqua. What I do is I'm fully against common sense movement. I must be frank, and I will not change my mind. And so I do preachings and studies on the Bible that refute some of the ideologies of common sense movement. So you can follow me there. I have a lot of videos against common sense movement because they are totally ignorant about what they're saying. They don't have any clue about the Bible. Thank you so much.
Thank you too so much, viewers. So we see you again on Wednesday on Family Arena and on Warzone on Thursday. See you next time.